Now the chase has changed, Time Sloop. You've got the chrono skimmer, so you can go anywhere in time. Carmen, on the other hand, can only retrace the time tunnel she's already made. Since you're going after the most elusive thief of all time, you'll need all the help you can get. I'm sending all of Acme's good guides to help you out. You're the best team ever assembled, so don't let me down.
She's heading towards the Middle Ages. Let's go!
You may have recovered your chrono skimmer and canned all my cohorts, but if you try to catch me, you'll be history. Speaking of which, that's exactly where I'm going. I'm off to complete Project History Sweep. Au revoir.
Greetings.
Let's ask a few questions to help us uncover Carmen's trail.
With your help, I successfully subdued those Saxon hordes. The Doomsday Book was recovered, and I am still holding my throne. Please stay for another fancy feast.
Thanks for the invitation, but we're on the trail of a master criminal decked out in red.
Truly? I just recently met a woman wearing a red robe as long as my moat is wide. She muttered something about Roman to the capital of a great empire. She said she planned to take sides with an almost emperor who feared the Ides of March. I overheard her say she would dock into an aqueduct.
Hail, travelers!
It's time for a little friendly interrogation. Let's ask Caesar some questions and dig up some cool clues.
Hello, friends. Thank you for fixing the Roman sewers and recovering the Forum. You missed a splendid party. Please stay for the next one.
Hi there, Julius. We'd love to hang, but we're short on time. We're scoping the thieving trail of a woman dressed in red.
Red, you say? I just spoke with a woman in dashing red garments, as confident as a queen. She reminded me of Cleopatra. She was headed to a place where great symphonies of sound fill the air. She hoped to meet a cranky composer. She talked about building to a criminal crescendo, deep in an orchestra pit.
Encore! And do it again, too!
Let's ask some questions and draw a bead on Carmen's latest deed.
Hallo, grand to see you again. Since you helped me with mine 5th and 6th symphonies, acclaim and fame have been mine. Would you like to hear mine latest masterpiece?
Great to see you, Ludwig, but we can't delay. We're trailing a classic criminal dressed in brilliant red.
Red, you say? Why, I spoke with a woman not a day ago who was wrapped in a long red coat and possessed a notably bold manner. She left for a land of sweeping deserts and many-faced marvels with pointed tops. She planned to meet a famous Queen of the Nile. I heard her mention something about the best wraps to wear in the afterlife. It is all beyond my fashion sense, though.
Welcome. Remember, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. The more questions we ask, the faster we'll draw a bead on Carmen's whereabouts.
My temple is honored by your reappearance. My reign as pharaoh is proceeding splendidly since you found the Book of the Dead for me. Would you care to take a dip in the Nile?
Hello, Hatshepsut. We're glad things are going swimmingly, but we don't have time for a dip. We're trying to put the finger on a master tomb thief, wrapped in red.
Why, I did see an unusual figure passing by my temple. I confronted her because the color red can only be worn by royalty in Egypt. She mentioned a warm kingdom by the sea where men tempt horned beasts with red squares of cloth. Could she have meant the afterworld? She said she wanted to meet another great queen who commissioned voyages to a vast fertile continent. She confided her plans to navigate by compass over dangerous waters towards a new world.
Welcome to my court.
Let's question the Queen and crack this case.
How excellent to see you again. We've had nothing but smooth sailing since you put Columbus back on course. Have you returned for further voyaging?
Our apologies, Queen Isabella, but our sailing days are done. Now that things here are on an even keel, we need to tack towards a crafty crook. Seen anyone?
I was about to take a siesta when a scarlet señorita sailed through here. She was seeking a safe harbor, but could only stay for a moment. That woman declared she would visit a British Crown colony. She mentioned a meeting with some very independent legislators. She expressed a fondness for tea while describing her plans to bypass a Boston blockade.
Welcome back.
Let's check with Franklin and see what he knows.
You have my eternal gratitude for helping us with the Declaration of Independence. Thanks to you, our revolution is rolling. You are, dare I say it, at liberty to stay with us as long as you like.
Thanks, Ben, but we can only stay a minute. We're on the trail of a master thief wearing a red coat.
Did you say red coat? I saw a woman fitting that description a short time ago. These days, wearing red does not go unnoticed. She was pressing ahead to reach an innovative print shop. She mentioned that she was inking a deal with a print specialist. She said she wanted to make a move on some movable type.
Good day. Our investigation can start with Mr. Gutenberg. He may have seen something.
Ah, my friends, wunderbar! The printing press has been quite busy since you cleverly recovered my Bible. Would you care to join my next print run?
Thanks, Johann, but we need to press on. We're trying to cuff a supremely sneaky woman all decked out in red.
Why, a charming woman in red just passed through here. We almost inked a printing deal together. With a devious smile, she flew off to the land of the feathered serpent. She went to share a cup of cocoa and astrological advice with a certain central emperor. She had a burning desire to attend some sort of fiery ceremony at its 52-year peak.
Welcome back.
Let's ask the Aztecs for help tracking Carmen's next move.
Greetings once again. Thanks to your headdress help, the fire ceremony was a success and the sun was not snuffed out. Can you sacrifice some time for a visit?
Sorry, Montezuma, but we can't stop for long. We're pursuing a master thief in a blazing red hat.
A red hat, you say? Why, a woman with a headdress like the setting sun just blazed through here. She said it had just dawned on her to see the land of the rising sun. I saw her write down an idea about visiting the world's first novelist. She seemed all wrapped up in a scheme to carry off some kimonos.
Hello again.
Ask the right questions, and we'll have the clues to Carmen's latest move.
Welcome back to Japan. Since you returned the moon to my chamber, I've been able to write again. Prince Genji has had many exploits, and my novel is almost complete. We must celebrate.
Hello, Murasaki. Glad to hear your novel's going well. Sorry, but we can't stay long. We're hot on the heels of a notorious red-clothed crook.
I did see a tall foreigner in a dashing and unusual red outfit, but it wasn't a kimono. We exchanged inspired verse for a time. I almost wrote a poem about her marvelous red hat. She confided that she was off to the high mountains where people wear feathers and soft beaded leather. She said she planned to exchange some words with a woman renowned for her translating talents. She spoke of her longing to explore the rocky wilderness.
Greetings, friends.
Let's ask Sacagawea. I'll bet she can track down anyone.
Thanks to you, we overcame a mountain of trouble, and now the core of discovery can continue on its journey. Would you like to join us?
We'd love to, Sacagawea, but we're tracking a tricky thief.
Strange that you should ask. A woman dressed in red just blazed a trail through this wilderness. She said she was feeling lightheaded and wanted to visit the site of an illuminating discovery. She was preparing for a private powwow with someone who could shed light on her inventive ideas. She proposed her plans to filch a fiery filament and make a carbon copy.
Good day. Let's grill Edison for some fresh leads. We can't track Carmen till we have clues.
Welcome back to the Menlo Park Labs, my friends. Since you helped finish my filament, affordable light bulbs have been lighting up everywhere. Interested in joining my research team?
Sorry, Edison. We deeply dig inventing some stuff with you, but we can't stay long. We're chasing down a world-class innovator in the field of thievery. She tends to dress in red.
You don't say. Well, just moments ago, I conversed with a striking woman in a long red coat. Oh, there was quite a spark between us. She said she was headed for a peaceful place called the Bright Country. She planned a gab with a ruler known for his generous gifts of gold. She muttered something about cruising with a caravan through a very dusty desert.
Salam, travelers.
Let's see if we can get any information on Carmen's whereabouts.
Welcome, my friends. I am happy to see you. The salt you brought me made my pilgrimage possible. You will please me enormously if you choose to stay in Mali.
Why, hello, Mansa Musa. Thanks for the invitation, but we can't stay long. We're on the trail of a brilliant hoodlum. You haven't seen a woman dressed in red, have you?
Why, yes, I did see such a woman. You say she is a thief? My goodness, I took her for a diplomat from faraway lands. She said something about seeing a theater of global importance. She said something about meeting a certain dramatic queen. She said she wanted to meet a poet. I believe she dubbed him the Bard.
Hail and well met, fellows.
Let's banter with the Bard and see if Carmen's been acting up around here.
Welcome, dear friends. Ever since you helped with the Globe's Wall, the play business has been booming. Would you care to join my growing troupe?
We'd love to, Will, but we're on the trail of a wily woman, a criminal genius sporting a crimson hat.
By my troth, a woman in a red-brimmed hat nearly stole the scene here a short time ago. She mentioned she'd taken a liking to a Norse colony. She announced, by faith, plans to meet a fellow named Leif. I believe she had something she wanted to join.
Greetings.
We need to catch Carmen. Let's ask Leif for some leads.
Hail, travelers. Thanks to you, my troubles are a thing of the past. Greenland and I will soon be reunited.
We're glad to see everything is shipshape, Leif. Sorry to intrude, but we're searching for a slippery female suspect.
Did you say female? A formidable female just rushed through here faster than a Norse raid. She said she wanted to reach for the stars. She said she knew a man who could send her into orbit. She said she'd have a blast eating lunch on a launch pad.
Comrade, you've returned.
We better start asking questions, Inspector. We've got to stay on Carmen's trail.
Thanks to you, I was the first man in space. I owe my orbit to you. Please, stay for a proper Russian celebration.
Hello, Yuri. We'd love to stay, but we're hot on the exhaust trail of a master thief in red. We can't let her reach escape velocity.
Woman in red, you say? I believe I met this clever comrade. Such a mysterious appearance. I thought she was KGB. I believe she mentioned something about flying high in the Cusco clouds, atop the Andes. I think she said something about meeting the son of the sun god. She said she was off to solve a knotty problem in an elevated empire.
Greetings.
Let's interview Pachacuti. He may have seen Carmen.
By Vera Kocha, you have returned! With the recovery of the royal quipus, food transport is again back to normal. Would you care to watch the activity with me?
Thanks for your hospitality, Great Inca, but we're on a tight timetable. We're scouting for a clever thief, cloaked in red.
A woman in red? Ah, yes. I thought she was a messenger from the far reaches of my empire. My empire encompasses many distinct peoples, you see. She said something very odd. She said she wished to see a mulberry tree and contemplate the first source of paper money. She said she wanted to meet a majestic Mongol. She said she wanted to glide silkily along the Silk Road. But what is silk?
Welcome.
Let's quiz the Khan for clues.
I, the wise Kublai Khan, greet you. Thanks to your smooth work with my precious oils, I have become close friends with Marco Polo, a most talented young man. Please, join me for some tea to celebrate.
We'd love to stay and chat, Kubla, but we're on something of a mission. We're chasing an arch thief who wears an excess of red.
Ah, perhaps you refer to a smooth-tongued woman who slipped by here not long ago. She borrowed some of my oil, claiming she needed it to grease the wheels of her escape. I recall hearing her mutter something about feeling like a heel if she was late to a boot-shaped country. She said she'd thought of an inventive way to meet a certain Italian inventor. Without a trace of a smile, she said she would wipe the smirk from La Gioconda.
Hey, who's there? We better get on the red-hot Carmen trail before it cools. Let's ask some questions.
Ah, hello again. Now that I've finished the Mona Lisa, thanks to you, of course, my studies in science, art, and humor have flourished. Well, the science and art, anyway.
Glad to hear things are going well, Leonardo. You do seem a little funnier. A little. Sorry for barging in, but we're on the trail of a cunning criminal dressed in red. Have you seen her?
Are you referring to a beautiful woman in a red hat, perhaps? I offered to paint her portrait, but she just smiled and disappeared. She said she could no longer suspend a visit to a grand bridge with a golden gate. She said she was interested in seeing one person, chiefly. She planned to start a countdown at the latest space shuttle launch, saying the age of Vostok was old news.
Where is it? Aha! I believe it's time to rise to the occasion. Good try, good guide, but I'm afraid you're too late. I have what I came for, and I just don't have time to chat.
nabbed Carmen Sandiego just as she was about to complete Project History Sweep, a plan to steal a certain Acme dossier. Why would Carmen be after such a file? Well, now that you have proven yourself to be among Acme's elite, I can let you in on a piece of top-secret, confidential, highly classified information. Carmen Sandiego was once an Acme detective. Yes, that's right, Time Sleuth. Carmen was one of our brightest stars, rising from a gumshoe to a master detective faster than any agent in Acme history. Unfortunately, catching crooks became too easy for Carmen. She needed greater intellectual challenge. And what could be more challenging than outsmarting Acme? Her personal dossier records the sad tale of how Carmen turned from our best agent to our most formidable opponent. Carmen must have thought that by stealing this file she could obliterate her past, but due to your brilliant sleuthing, her top-secret history is still intact. And Carmen Sandiego is finally behind bars where she belongs. I thank you. Acme thanks you. And history thanks you.
You may have prevented me from erasing my own embarrassing Acme history, but rest assured, given time, you won't hold on to Carmen Sandiego for long.